when you look at the three attached videos of actors portraying Troy in Fences, all in the same scene, you can see how much acting has a profound effect on our perception of a story or a character or ideas. In all cases, these are great actors, acknowledged by society to be great actors, and I agree in this case. A lot of people are considered great actors, and I don't think they're all that. But these two gentlemen are certainly wonderful actors, and they're doing exactly the same dialogue or close to the same dialogue in the case of the movie scene. And yet, the experience of watching it is quite different in each case and the feelings you have. So, I want you to look and see if you can find what is different. What are the actors doing that changes our perception? I'll give you one example of this. In the Broadway Denzel Washington on Broadway, um, as compared to James Earl Jones on Broadway, he really goes for the comedy in that scene. A surprising amount of comedy for what is essentially a very serious, dramatic scene. Um, and I think that is largely because that is the audience gives him that. The audience responds to the way he's doing it by laughing, and that is always going to encourage an actor to find those comedic notes. It's not that he denies the seriousness of what's going on in this scene, but he opens himself up and says lines and performs lines in a way that allow the audience to release tension by laughing. That I hope you'll look at that video carefully and notice. James Earl Jones does not do that in his version of that scene on Broadway, and really Denzel doesn't do it much in the movie version at all either. And it's just a really interesting note about how acting actually works, how it functions, how it relates directly to an audience when you're on stage. And I'm going to suggest there are a bunch of ways in these scenes we can see contrasts in terms of the way, the level of realism that the various actors have, the vocal, the use of voice, the use of physicality. The other actor in the scene makes a lot of difference. So that's a thing you could talk about and contrast and compare. The setting around them, the way they say certain words and the way they approach certain ideas. There's all sorts of interesting things that I hope you can look at and go, oh, look how this is different, or look how this is similar among what are great actors. And you could also talk about what you like better, what you think is more effective, what doesn't work. All those are interesting areas to compare and contrast, but what I want you to do is look at these actors and try to figure out what are they actually doing to affect and impact our understanding of this particular story.